morning, good afternoon, good evening. My apologies for being late tonight. Tonight I'd like to talk about Botswana. Botswana is our neighbor, Zimbabwe's neighbor. And yet Botswana is doing really well. The president of Botswana has just been on the social media announcing a 12 billion US dollar joint investment project. The level of confidence in Botswana is rational. Botswana is a stable, healthy, and functional democratic country. It's predictable, stable. Currency has been equally stable. Whereas a country like Zimbabwe is a pariah state, unstable. You never know what is going to happen next. Even some of the most rational things you can't believe are happening, but they do happen in Zimbabwe. Let's just listen to the video of this joint project, this 12 billion US dollars project.
For the benefit of those who may not have perused the agreements, we have an investment coming in of 12 billion US dollars. And that is just the beginning, not the end. And so all our entities, in particular Botswana Development Corporation, is wired up, poised to operationalize for the speediest delivery. So we are most grateful. And in the short term, we will not declare how much, but certainly enough to address the immediate challenges that our country faces. And that will only be shown, as they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And we hope to be at the eating stage for the country in the shortest possible time. We are most grateful to Sheikh Mansour, most grateful to the party, the team from Al Mansour Holdings. Thank you very, very much.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Chase Barnes.
And how old are you, Chase?
I'm 13 years old.
13 years old, wow.
Sorry about that. Changed too quickly for me. The important thing here is that Botswana is doing well, and has been doing well for decades. Botswana is a stable, functioning, and healthy democracy. That is the operative word. And its own economic performance reflects that political stability. Zimbabwe is not. Here is democracy and GDP index. This is the Democratic Africa Democracy Index, measured from 0 to 10. Botswana is the second highest for Africa, with a measure of 7.73 on the scale. Mauritius island just off to the east of Madagascar there, has the best democratic index of 8.14. South Africa is 7.05. Zimbabwe, on the same scale, is 2.92, way below that. And this has been reflected in our economic performance too. On Africa's GDP per capita, Botswana is scoring $8,000 per capita GDP. Mauritius, who've got the best democratic index, are on 13K. Zimbabwe, we are on 2K. Botswana is considered an upper middle income nation. This is the same status that Zimbabwe enjoyed when we gained our independence in 1980. And ever since, we have been on a backslide. Things have been getting worse and worse. One of the problems that Zimbabwe has had as a result of the failure to deliver on the democratic front is corruption. Corruption in Zimbabwe has been rampant. Here is an article, a recent article, just picked it off from one of the social media. Somebody saying that the Auditor General's report said the Minister of Agriculture has failed to account for US $700 million. $700 million. And this is just one ministry. Corruption has been rampant in Zimbabwe. In 2023, Al Jazeera produced a documentary that showed that Zimbabwe was generating $2 billion per year from its gold mining activities. And of that, 80% was being smuggled. 80%. That's 1.6 billion. And the documentary names none other than President Emerson Mnangagwa himself as one of the key players in that looting. Corruption has been rampant. Who would want to invest in a country where corruption is that bad? No one. This is the price the people of Zimbabwe have paid and continue to pay for our failure to deal with our problem of bad governance. Mnangagwa rigged the 2023 elections. SADC and the AU election observers condemned the election process as flawed and illegal. And yet Mnangagwa with his usual arrogance, has dismissed those concerns with contempt. Here is Mnangagwa dismissing the issue of you failed to hold free, fair, and credible elections.
Vana vakatuka ZANU-PF kana ini ndonyanyisa kufara kuita zvakanaka. Ukavona vavengi vakwashi kurumbidza nekuchikanganisa. Ukavona vachiti ZANU-PF yakaipa farai. You are doing correct things for your country. Hongu takaita maelections edu kuna vamwe vaitaura zvisina musoro zvikanzi maelections anafamba zvakanaka ndezvavo.
Like it or not, the failure to hold free, fair, and credible elections affects every Zimbabwean. We are a failed state. Zimbabwe is a pariah state, ruled by corrupt, incompetent, and murderous thugs who have rigged elections ever since the country's independence in 1980 to stay in power. Although it must be said, the last 25 years, they've managed to stay in power with the connivance of the corrupt, incompetent MDC, CCC opposition. We have a problem in Zimbabwe. If we are serious about our economic development, about becoming an upper middle income nation comparable to other countries like Botswana, we have to address the problem of bad governance. There is no escaping that. We know our election process is flawed. We know ZANU-PF has been rigging elections. We need to address that problem. We cannot have economic development as long as we remain a pariah state. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of independent Ghana, once said, "Seek you there the political kingdom, and the rest will be given unto you." He was right. I think the biggest mistake that Zimbabweans have made these last 45 years is to think we can have economic prosperity and yet continue to have a dictatorship. You can't. We need to deal with the problem of rigged elections and bad governance. Only then can we then start focusing on what needs to be done to revive the economy. Think about it. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.